Do you ever sit and wonder how much you have in common for book taste with your favorite booktubers or your in real life friends? Well, Lexia has a series on her channel where she is trying to figure out exactly that. It's called a reading taste test match. She asks another booktuber to swap 2 books that they loved and 1 book that they didn't, and in theory it'll help figure out how much they align, and I'm very excited because it's one of my favorite things that Lexi does on her channel and she's invited me to do it. So I have given her 3 books and she's given me 3 books. Right after you watch this, head on over to her channel to watch hers. I'm very excited. I was a little cruel but also very fun with my picks. But let's see what Lexi gave me. Prediction wise, I'm hoping for Middle Game. It is the one fantasy book that Lexi has read that I haven't, and I'm really intrigued to read it, but I need a push to read it because I'm kind of scared of it. And I know Lexi's given that 5 stars. Other than that, maybe the newest Riley Sager because I haven't read that yet. And I think she liked that one. I'm not entirely sure, but let's figure out what Lexi gave me.
Hello. I cannot stop laughing thinking about doing this video with you. Every single time that I give you books to read specifically for videos, you don't like them. Am I gonna break the curse this time? I'm not confident. I have 3 recommendations for you. I think that there's a chance that you could like all of these. I love 2 of them and really disliked the other one. You are so unpredictable with your reads that like how am I supposed to be confident with any of these? I have a mix of genres. I don't have any fantasy. I'm so sorry. The only one that I have that I've read and you have not, I don't think you're gonna like it. But I do have 3 different genres, so I think that can be fun. So the first one is a horror novella, and this is The Laws of the Skies. This is following a group of young kids who are going on a camping trip, and things very quickly start to go terribly wrong. Next, we have YA sci-fi, and this is Navigating the Stars. In this, we're following a ship that has gone to do research on a planet that nobody lives on. There's a little bit of a romance in here with some banter. And lastly, we have a thriller, which I know isn't always your favorite, but I've had some success in recommending them to you, so why not give it another try? Kill for Me, Kill for You. This is following 2 women who swap their person that they want dead. So if they are killing each other's person, they have no connection to each other and they have no connection to the person murdered, so the chances of them getting caught is significantly lower. I cannot wait to see your thoughts on all of these. I'm very scared. And with my track record for giving you books for videos, I hope you like at least one.
I should have seen this coming, but I did not. Definitely a wide variety of book styles picked in this one, which has me excited because I'm never sure like horror, thriller, sci-fi, like where we line up, but I do take a decent amount of recommendations from Lexi, so like trying to figure it out more makes sense. And actually, if you would like to figure it out even more, there is a top tier exclusive video of me going through every single recommendation Lexi has ever given me and like ranking them, so you can see if she gives me good recommendations and things like that. I own one of these books, but the other 2 I'm gonna have to go to the library to get. I happen to already own Navigating the Stars, so this is probably the one I'm most excited for. This is definitely the one that is most up my regular reading alley. Like a YA sci-fi is something that I've enjoyed quite often. Not that I haven't enjoyed horrors and thrillers as well, but like this is something I pick up without needing recommendations from other people, versus horror and thrillers I'm definitely like, please help me, tell me which ones you think I would like. So I am definitely excited about this one. I'm excited about the thriller, but I feel like Lexi did me dirty with that horror book, and you'll find out why as you continue the video. Along with these 3 books, we will also be doing a buddy read that we've chosen together. We've decided to buddy read Ghost Station. We both enjoyed the other book by this author. I gave it 3 stars. Lexi really liked that one, so I'm excited to see how our taste aligns on this one. It's one that we're both interested in, both have wanted to read, and I definitely needed the push to read it, so doing a buddy read is really helpful for that. So I will be back once I've gone to the library and gotten these books with reading updates for you. I'm excited to see exactly where our tastes match. I need to go buy a new capture card so that I can start streaming Nintendo Switch games instead of just computer games, because I have been streaming on Twitch. But I have an update for you on Kill for Me, Kill for You, so I figured I would let you know my thoughts. Lexi knows my thriller taste pretty well, so I'm pretty confident I'm gonna love this one. Most of my thriller recs do come from Lexi, and I remember when she read this, she said, I think you could like this, put this on your list of recommendations or like thrillers you you would want to read. So I am pretty excited, and I have gone into this knowing absolutely nothing about it. I have not read the back of the book. I am 68 pages in, so not very far in, and so far I'm very intrigued. There's been 3 female POVs. I'm thinking, or I'm predicting, I guess, that it's gonna turn into like all 3 women meet somehow and then they like start killing together or like make a plan and help each other kill people. I'm thinking like Good Girls on Netflix, where the 3 moms become drug dealers together. I love that show. I think it's so funny. If this becomes that vibe, I think I could really like it. But as I said, I have no clue. I have not looked at the back of this book. And I think I'm gonna keep it that way. I think I'm gonna just like listen to the audiobook and chill. The audiobook, so far, I am enjoying. It's not my favorite audiobook, but it's not terrible. I'm pretty confident that I'm gonna like it, especially after those first 60 pages. Like, I'm very much intrigued. Let's go run some errands. I really only have to buy a capture card and probably get Starbucks, so nothing really exciting. Hi, good evening. It's Saturday night. Yesterday you saw me, I went and got the capture card, and then I don't think I updated you at all. Essentially this weekend I was dog sitting for my sister. I am dog sitting for my sister. Her and her roommate went camping, so I am just watching their animals for her. And so yesterday Nick and our 2 friends came over and we streamed Played Up, which is why I needed that capture card on Nick's Twitch stream, because Nick started streaming around the same time I started streaming, and he just made it to affiliate, which is really exciting. If you don't know, affiliate essentially means that you can get paid on Twitch. That's a lot of fun. I think that's really exciting when you reach a benchmark like that. It just feels like you've been a little bit successful in this thing that you really enjoy doing. Tonight though, I'm all by my lonesome, and I think I'm just gonna snuggle on in. It's 7 o'clock. And play my Switch. I am obsessed with Fire Emblem 3 right now. I have been putting hours into it. And essentially in this, you're going to like a soldier school. You go and you pick what class you want to be the professor for, and then you have to like level up your students as you like go into like combat battles too, and you have to decide like what paths they're gonna take. Are they gonna be a mage? Are they gonna be a soldier? Are they gonna fight with their fists? Are they gonna be a dark mage? Are they going to be a sharpshooter, like specialize in arrows or things like that? And you have to like level them up. There can be like wyvern riders and pegasus riders, and you have to like get them their skills as their professor to get them to do that. And you have to have like practical training and combat and stuff. It is so fun. It is so addicting. It's like kind of cozy. I know there's combat in it, so you don't think it's cozy, but if you think Zelda is cozy, I think you'll also think this is cozy. And I feel like this is for the Zelda girlies. Even though I'm not a Zelda girly, I'm loving this. You can play it a couple times and make it very different, because you can just choose a different class, and like all these characters have like personalities and stories. So I'm going through the Black Eagles right now, trying not to get too attached, because I do want to do another run through afterwards with a different house. I'm not recruiting any characters outside of my house, because you can do that, because I want to enjoy their stories when I replay it. So yeah, I'm gonna play my Switch. I'm gonna watch either Real Housewives of Orange County, because I'm catching up on that, or a movie tonight, and I'm drinking a Truly. But I don't think I'm gonna do any work, because this morning I did edit my whole Last Romantasy vlog. I spent like 5 hours doing that. This is why I edit as I go these days and not just all at the end, because I hate doing it at the end. It always takes me longer that way. So I think I'm just gonna relax tonight, and tomorrow me and Nick are podcasting, and my car needs to get fixed. So I think we're doing that. Something spooked the dog, but that's it. Bye bye. Okay, we got some things. I feel like... Hello.
Where you at?
Chapters.
Okay, I will. Did you go to Canadian Tire, or you want me to just go there?
You should probably go there. Can I, do I have time to go to the dollar store?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to your house and take the battery out, because I think you get money back if you trade it in.
Ah, okay.
If your battery's toast, there's no point in keeping it. Give it back to them.
Yeah, I would not keep a battery anyways. Do you want a coffee?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll take one.
Okay, bye. I love you.
Bye. I love you too.
Gross. I filmed a come book shopping video with me. That'll be out before this vlog, so you will see all these books in that video. But really, I went because I needed to get We Used to Live Here, since I'm gonna read it for the spooky challenge. And then while I was there, I was like, well, I may as well pick up Darcy Coates since I have a collection of her anyways. And then I was like, well, I'm here, and I don't think this is supposed to be out till Tuesday. What are the chances they have it out? And they did have Con and Cornfield 3 out already, so I picked this one up. And since I don't own the first one, I only own the second, I picked up the first one in hardcover before it, like, stops being sold. I'm so excited. Also, 3 of the books I picked up today had staff pick stickers on them, which at Indigo I think means that if you don't like it, you can get like a refund. I don't know, they do some kind of thing like that. The lady who put the sticker on was actually my cashier, and she was telling me how much she loved this book, so I'm really excited. So sorry if you heard all of this in the come book shopping with me video as well. I'm now gonna go at Starbucks. I need to go to the dollar store to get stuff to make my TBR game, and then I'm meeting Nick at my house, as the phone call said, to fix my car, because it needs to be fixed. It needs a new battery first. We have another cucumber salad, and this one, it definitely looks a little gross, but I actually think it's my favorite. It is a California roll cucumber salad. So we have cucumbers, avocado, and then this is like artificial crab. It's soy sauce, sriracha mayo, regular mayo. I would have put cream cheese, but our cream cheese had gone bad. I put a little bit of sesame oil, sesame seeds in it, and it's honestly delicious. It tastes just like a California roll. And Miley's very interested in the crab. Hi, I'm working on my next Snakes and TBR Stacks board. It's just being penciled out right now. I'm excited for what I'm doing with this board. I think it's kind of fun and gonna make the game a little bit more interesting. I'm also adding another snake so that it might get a little bit more chaotic, because I feel like I never hit enough snakes, but I could hate myself for saying that later on in life. But I should be finishing Kill For Me, Kill For You today while I do this. I'm literally like 50% in, and I was going to come update you and say, I don't know where this book is going. I feel like what I expected this book to be is already over, and I wanted to see a little bit more of plotting and planning. However, I just got a chapter that has me like greatly intrigued, but I do feel like the setup was a little bit long if this is going to be like the point of the story. I wish maybe what just happened in 50% happened in 25 to 30%, so that I had a little bit longer with like the intrigue aspect of what's gonna happen, or I wanted this to take longer and this to be like the reveal at the end. So I don't know, I'm going through conflicted feelings currently on it. And then there's also this random POV that like I'm not sure what the point of it is in the story yet, but I'm hoping it'll all come like back at the end and connect, because there's essentially 2 girls who join up together to murder someone, and then there's like the 3rd female who's just been like going through some stuff. In her POV, actually like the first chapter in her POV is her house getting broken into and then her being like ripped to shreds by a serial killer essentially, but her surviving. And I was actually while house sitting listening to this, and I've never lived in like an apartment or anything because I've always just lived at home, and my sister lives in a townhouse, and she's like the middle, I guess it's more like, she's like the middle duplex townhouse thingy, so there's people on either side. And as I was reading this, I could just hear like the kids next door like running up and down the stairs randomly, and it just added like really creepy atmosphere when you're reading a book about someone like being in your house. I was like, ooh, maybe this was not the right time to read this while I'm home alone in a random house and there's noises. People noises. I just don't know what else to tell you at this moment in time. I'm intrigued still. I'm still vibing. Come on, come on, no, no. She trolled us so hard, Taylor. Good morning, the cats have the zoomies, so I'm so sorry if you can hear them. I have a chocolate chip cookie for breakfast, very healthy. Good. Let me get a little sippy of iced tea. Heaven is a place on earth, and it's here right now. We got a Taylor Swift music video last night. Honestly, not what I wanted. I don't really care for like a tour music video. Like, I like a music video that is like almost like a little movie. I like seeing like the creative brain behind a music video. A tour movie just really isn't my jam for a music video. However, I'm excited that we got something, considering how much clowning we were doing for last night. But I came here to update you because I'm actually done Kill For Me, Kill For You. I have very mixed feelings on this book. I'm giving it I think a 3.5. I've been giving a lot of 3.5s. I feel like I'm struggling currently for my 3s to 4s. I don't know what makes a 3 and what makes a 4 in my head currently. It's just not computing properly. Like the wires are crossed and need to be uncrossed or something, because I'm really struggling with those ratings. Like when something's kind of in the middle, I'm like, what rating am I giving this? I liked a lot about this book, but then some of it was just like meh. Like I just felt like it was missing something almost. I liked the first 40% quite a bit, and then I really liked the ending, probably the last like 10-15%. Theo, this is really bad timing. But the rest of it, not that I didn't enjoy it, like I did enjoy the whole story, but I wanted something else out of it. I wanted more details, I wanted more depth. I think it might have been a me problem, but I wanted more comedy in this, and I wanted more deeper discussions. So I wanted it to be a little bit more campy, but still have those like really deep discussions. I think we could have really dived into grief and loss and things like that in a deeper way than we did in this. Like we do discuss it, but it almost feels like surface level for the story to progress. I kind of wish that we had like dug deep into it. We have this like police officer. I wish we had dug into like what gives him this like hero savior complex, things like that. Like had something happened in his past that made him want to help all these people so badly. We could have dived into like mental health and things like that. Like I wanted more from this book, but I did enjoy it on the surface level. So I think it's getting a 3.5. If it gets 4 in my wrap up, I'm so sorry, Lexi, but you know, I feel like I've been really needing to like think on my books lately. And obviously because I knew Lexi had recommended it to me already, I know that she liked this one. I just don't know what her exact rating was. Next up on the docket for today, I'm going to be starting the Laws of the Skies. I'm batshit terrified for this one. I know that this is loosely based on The Lord of the Flies, and I hated The Lord of the Flies. It's my least favorite book that we had to read in school. Had to read in school, not read in school. We had to read in school, which I'm now interested to know like what your least favorite book you read in school is and what your favorite book you read in school was. I mean, we did read The Hunger Games in like my grade A class when it came out, so maybe that one. But other than that, I think Hatchet, which I think is a Canadian story, so I don't think other people will relate to it, but Hatchet was so good. I still think about that story, and I read that one in school. Shakespeare aside, because like I'm not a Shakespeare girly, but Lord of the Flies was easily the worst book I had to read. It's probably my least favorite book in the entire world. So good luck to me and this little reimagining of The Lord of the Flies. It's really, really short, so I will finish this today. If I don't, oof, woe is me. First off, I have another California roll salad. Told you I'm obsessed. Second off, I am 60 pages into this. I'm not hating it. This is the shock of the century for me. I'm listening to the audiobook. I am not reading it physically, which I think is helping me because it's a little bit more passive, and this isn't necessarily like a deep thought book. I compared to Lord of the Flies already. So we're essentially following a bro trip, what's it called when kids, a field trip. We're following a field trip of grade 1 students, so 6-year-olds, who head into the forest for an overnight camp thing with their teacher and some responsible adults. And they're playing games, and then things turn out badly and things happen to the adults. And if you know Lord of the Flies, I think that you can guess Lord of the Flies essentially is a discussion on what humans are capable of when given no laws, no rights, things like that. And so I think this book is really going to touch on that. Which, when I talk about what Lord of the Flies is about, I'm like, why did I hate that book so much? Because, like, I love deep discussion books like that. However, I think it's just because it was so surface to me almost. And, like, I don't like when books spell things out for me. I like when they have me thinking a little bit about what this could mean. And it's up to, like, my own interpretation a bit when it comes to, like, societal issues. Because like monsters and stuff, I want to be really explained by the end of the book. But like societal issues, I want to come to my own conclusions. I want the book to slowly draw me towards a specific conclusion. I don't want it just to like tell me very straight up and like not give myself, my brain, the power to like think its own thoughts. Like I'm smart, I'm a human capable of my own thoughts. You don't have to spell things out for me. You just have to lead me in the right path. Okay, that was a little bit of a tangent, but so far in this one, I'm just kind of creeped out, and I'm creeped out by little kids, but also in some ways my issue I think with this book might be the age of the kids. I wish they aged them up just a little bit because their thoughts seem a little bit more coherent, more very well thought out than I think I would give a 6-year-old credit for having. I know a couple 6-year-olds, all my little cousins are that age, and I just feel like they're not having the conversations in their brains that these kids are having. I do know one of the issues that Lexi had was the word bum. And the word bum is said quite a bit in this. But also, in my head, it makes sense that a 6-year-old would refer to their bum a lot, and 6-year-olds do refer to their bum a lot. So it's not actually bothering me, but I think maybe because I'm listening to the audiobook, so I could just like pass over it a couple times. I don't know, right now I'm intrigued, but essentially the initial instant has only happened. I could get bored really quickly in something like this, I think. But right now, I'm shocked it's not feeling like a DNF, and I thought this was going to be a DNF for me. Okay, I just finished The Laws of the Skies, and I'm giving it 2 stars. Back to what we originally thought I was going to rate this book. Honestly, I just got bored. I got so bored. And the whole story is just this happened, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened. Like, I don't care about a single character. We don't spend time with them, learning about them and how they're reacting to situations because they're 6-year-olds, so there's not a lot of thought process into their reactions and things like that. I just really did not care about a single thing that happened, and then I hated the writing style in the end, and how the POVs just switch like mid-sentence. Like, we'd have 2 words about one POV and then 2 words about another POV and then 2 words about another POV. Like, they literally just like switched back and forth. I think they were trying to like be metaphors for each other, like someone was telling a story somewhere and then we would flash to like the other scene. Like, it works in like movies and stuff, but did not work in book format for me at all. Yeah, I did not like that. I'm gonna move on to hopefully bigger and better things and less of the word bum. Hi, I am on my way to go pick up dinner, or about to leave my house, I guess. I haven't gone anywhere yet. My mom isn't feeling so good, and so she wanted spicy soup, and my mom, she's kind of weird, she's kind of odd, and she doesn't like noodles. She doesn't like noodles or rice. It's strange. So finding places that have soup with no noodles, or don't put noodles in it even when you ask for no noodles, is kind of hard and ridiculous, and also it's really expensive to buy soup that is like mainly noodles and not put noodles in it. So we're trying a new place that we found has some soups without noodles in it, that you add noodles like to it. So she got, there's a plane over top of me, I'm so sorry that it's probably loud, but I'm so hot, so I'm just gonna keep talking. She got tom kha, which is like a Thai coconut curry style soup. I'm just basic and got a chicken pho, but I need to go pick them up. And also I needed to update you because Lexi and me started our buddy read of Ghost Station. I think I just saw a bunny jump out of that container. Well, I'm 3 chapters in, and so far I'm really intrigued, and I like the premise that we're setting up. It's got me very like interested in what the mystery is and what's about to go down and what exactly has happened already prior to starting this book that set up the setup of this book. That's it. Oh my god, it's so hot. I need to put the AC on. Bye. I really just need to update you all that the pho is acceptable. It's passable. I used to work at a pho restaurant, so I feel like I'm pretty picky with my pho, but this one is delicious, and my mom liked her soup too, like liked it a lot, which is really exciting for us. I got my Starbies. I got an Ice Grande pumpkin cream chai. I get mine half sweet, and I always add blonde espresso to it. I love a little dirty chai. I was gonna get a pumpkin cream cold brew because I haven't had one obviously in so long, but I feel like I'm in my chai era. I've been really enjoying chai. I feel like when I'm craving Starbucks these days, I'm craving a sweeter drink because I don't make my coffee at home as sweet typically as like a Starbucks coffee. I am a little bit further into Ghost Station, and so far I'm really bored. I think I'm about 30% in, and just like there's been so much setup and nothing creepy has happened, and I stopped being intrigued. I really stopped caring about our main character. She's kind of insufferable, and I just need like something to happen, some action, something that's not just like the crew picking on her. Essentially, if you don't know, this book is about a main character who joins a crew and they go to a station, and then it could be haunted. She joins the crew for like not good reasons, and they don't like her, and it's very apparent, and I need something other than just them not liking her at this point. Like, we could stop with the pranks. I don't know, like, I'm just not vibing. I'm just not vibing. Okay, I am 65-75% into Ghost Station, and truly I'm intrigued now. Like, I'm really intrigued now, but it almost feels like too little too late. Like, what can you give a book when for 50% of the book you were kind of bored? What does that mean for the book as a whole? I just feel like we didn't get enough information. The book kept so many secrets at the beginning that I'm not invested now that the things are being revealed, and I wish we got like smaller reveals as we went. This scene 30% back would have been really good for me. Really good. I don't know. I think I had the same problem with Dead Silence where like there just wasn't enough action. I think S.A. Barnes' books might be a little too psychological for me in the end. I want to see some of the things that we're talking about instead of just like hearing about them in past tense. But I'm excited to see what the end of the book holds and like the revelations we get about what is actually going on here. So I guess I'll give you a rating then. Hopefully it's good. Like if the ending's really good, I think I could give this book a 3-star, but for most of it I was leaning towards a 2-star. Oh, also I skyrocketed past Lexi in this buddy read. She's like 10% in only. She took a nap today instead. I finished Ghost Station last night. I'm giving it 3 stars. I actually liked the ending quite a bit. I'm kind of angry at the book because I think I liked it better than Dead Silence. In theory, like I liked the concept a lot better. The book was just far too long. I think the audiobook was like 16 hours long. For no reason. It just needed to be a little bit more condensed, and I also think if it was marketed more as a sci-fi, that would work really well for it. I think there was some mismarketing done. In my opinion, when I see the cover and the title Ghost Station, I'm thinking ghosts. After reading it, I realized that they mean like a ghost station, like a station that's been abandoned. But like looking at that cover, I was expecting like a haunted ghost station. I think Lexi said last night that there's a blurb on the cover that literally says it's like a haunted house story. It's not. This is a sci-fi book. There's a very little horror in it. Like I don't even think there's horror in it. This is a sci-fi book through and through, in my opinion, and should have been marketed that way. I think it could have been more well received if it was marketed that way. So I really I'm kind of angry at it because like I went in wanting a horror ghost book and got a sci-fi book. I liked the ending a lot. I thought it was gonna be a 2-star until like the last like 30% was like really good in my opinion. Like I really enjoyed the last 30%, but I did at that point change my perspective that it was a sci-fi book and not a horror book, and I stopped expecting the like horror moments that I had been wanting from this story from the first half, like that I just never got, and you never get them. You never get them. This is a sci-fi book through and through. Sorry if you can hear the cats, they're playing. They have a hair tie. So yeah, it's getting a 3-star for me. Lexi's far behind in our buddy read, so I don't know her thoughts currently. I know she was kind of bored, also thinking it was a sci-fi, not a horror. I hope she ends up enjoying the last half the way I did, because otherwise this book is quite a slog. Definitely not a book I'm going to be like recommending that much. I didn't hate my experience with it in the end. I'm glad I didn't buy it though. I had NetGalley arcs and I stuck to my guns and I did not buy it when it came out, and I just read the NetGalley arcs. Last book on the docket, it's time. We are reading Navigating the Stars, which is a YA sci-fi. So 2 sci-fis back to back in this video. I am actually 130-ish pages into this already. This reads so quickly. This is about a young girl, Lyra, whose parents are the top specialists on an alien species, and so when a new planet is found with remnants of this alien species, her parents are called and they are forced to move to this planet. The thing is, because how space travel works, you end up the same age that you were when you left, but you've spent like 50 years, and so Lyra is devastated because she thought that this last planet was going to be home forever, and she made friends, and by the time she gets to this new planet, all her friends are going to be like 50 and she's going to be like 15, and she's very, very devastated. And by the time she's on that planet, she ends up saying like, I'm not gonna make friends again. No, no, no. However, when she's hacking into the server of the government essentially to like snoop on her friends and see how they're doing, she ends up being caught red-handed by the child of the head security officer, and they end up kind of bonding together over what they're doing. And Lyra is too smart for her own good in this. This is definitely falling into like typical YA for me. It reads very YA. The writing, like the POV breaks the fourth wall, which I think is a very YA thing to do. I find less and less adult books do it. Some do, like it's not unheard of, but I definitely find it more common in YA stories. And Lyra is just good at everything. The concept is that she's like a progeny and like she knows how to hack into the software and systems, but she's had no training on it really. She's just like doing it by like what she feels like, and her parents are super smart. But I don't know, there's just that YA thing where like she's good at everything, and like how can the adults not figure this out? Like this 15-year-old is smarter than all of you, which is such a YA thing, because like when I was 15 I wanted to be this person. Like I wanted to be the one helping and like be good at everything. I thought I was good at everything, so like I understand why it's happening. I think it's something that I would like when I was reading it as a young adult, but it's not hitting that hard as an adult because I'm just like, no. I don't know. I'm enjoying this, but I don't think it's going to be a 5-star, but I am like liking where it's going and I'm intrigued. We're just getting to like the planet now, like they still have been in space for the last 50 or so pages, and I'm intrigued by what's going to go down on the planet with like the aliens and things like that, and there's like something they're trying to figure out. I'm like intrigued by that mystery. An Arizona a day keeps the doctor away. That's just the truth of life. I am roughly 50% into navigating the stars. I need to finish this today before Vampire Diaries with my patrons, which also means I'll end this vlog, which is exciting because it means that the vlog gets to go up soon and all of you get to watch it. I'm kind of bored. I don't know. I'm not hating this, but I'm not loving it. I just think I'm not the target demographic for it. It just isn't really capturing my attention. I'm definitely like reading other things instead. Like I read a whole book yesterday instead of this. And I'm struggling a little bit. Like I don't really care about what's happening. I don't care about the romance. Like one chapter, they're suddenly boyfriend, girlfriend. They're going on dates, but like they've only talked like 4 times and like there was, I don't know. They're just the only two of their age around, but they don't really have valid chemistry in my opinion. They're just lonely, which is also acceptable, but I don't know. I'm just not vibing with this. It actually kind of reminds me of the Hank Green sci-fi that I read that I also didn't love. I think it's like the science and the aliens and like trying to like put puzzles together to figure out what the aliens are that are kind of reminding me of the two. Yeah, I don't know. I have mixed feelings because I'm not hating this. I'm just not loving it. Also, I just ordered another one of these sweaters. I love the look of a zip-up sweater, but I personally am too short for them, I find. I have a very short torso. Like, my legs are long, my torso's short. So I find that zip-up sweaters just, like, are too big on me and they look weird. This is a cropped sweater. Got it being, like, maybe I would like a cropped sweater. It is the perfect size. It doesn't look cropped on me at all. It's, like, literally the perfect size for me. It's just off Amazon. And I got another color because I've been wearing this constantly. It's like really comfy. I really like it. It's got like a good like boxier fit in my opinion. I don't know if I can stand up, but it's just like the perfect size on me. It stops right at my hips. So if you're a short torso girly, get a cropped hoodie and it won't be cropped. Okay, I'm gonna finish this. Next update, I'll be done hopefully. I think we're getting soup tonight for dinner and I'm very excited. Same soup place as last time. You may be able to hear the rain outside because it is definitely raining. Did I finish this book last night? No. I decided to play Xenoblade Chronicles 2 for the first time. I did stream it. I absolutely hated it. It's not for me. I really don't. Okay, I'm very picky with video games is what I've learned. I do like an RPG based game. However, if there's too many cutscenes and I don't get to play, I get like annoyed because like the whole point of me playing a game is to play the game, not to watch the story unfold. But like I want to experience a story, but like as a player in the game, not a movie. And then I don't like combat that's like button pushing. I'm just not someone who learns like what buttons mean and like the strategy behind that. I'm definitely just like a button pusher. Like I smash those buttons so hard. So I think I like turn-based combat a lot better. So now I'm on the hunt for a new game to play because we thought Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was going to be the new stream game for me. Turns out it's not. Not at all. So sorry, I definitely broke a few of my subs hearts on Twitch yesterday. I did finish navigating the stars this morning though. I'm giving it 3 stars. I think this is just a wrong time book for me. If I had been the target demographic, I think I could have liked this more. Honestly, even if it had been 2-3 years ago when I was still a little younger, I would have liked this more. But where the place I am in my life, I just really couldn't relate to this young character who really just annoyed me and got on my nerves. And the romance, as someone who now reads romance, I hated the romance in this. It was so random and one-dimensional, but like also romance as a 15-year-old is so random and one-dimensional. You just kind of think a boy is cute and then you decide that they're gonna be your boyfriend and that's it. So like I get it. It just wasn't for me. I feel like I didn't get enough information at the end of this video to really hook me to reading the sequel either. Like, I don't know, I needed a cliffhanger, I think, to like hook me to continue this series. I'm debating whether I will continue or not. I do think there is a cool concept in here. I liked the idea of like the worming and things like that, but I wanted to know more about like the alien side of things. I feel like this definitely discusses more about like human conscious and human issues with like a background in like science and aliens and things, which a lot of sci-fi does. Like that's the whole premise of a zombie story is to talk about like how humans are the real threat. This isn't a zombie story, but I just feel like dystopian sci-fi is really about the human mind and the human problems and things like that. But I feel like I really saw that in this book, and I wanted the aliens to be a little bit more of a forefront. So overall, 3 stars. Okay, let's close out this video discussing what Lexi rated each book and what I rated each book. I'm so sorry, I don't think this was as successful as either of us wanted it to be. The first book I read in this video was Kill for Me, Kill for You. I gave this 3 stars. Lexi gave it a 5 star. I think it was a good recommendation, but at the end of the day, it reminded me a lot of The Chain, where it just kind of missed its mark in that second half for me, but I enjoyed the first half quite a bit. I definitely would still recommend this and pick it up, but it definitely didn't just like hit the mark for me, but I did still enjoy it. The second book I read was The Lost Disguise. This was a 2 star for me. Lexi gave it a 1 star. I feel like our thoughts are probably pretty comparable on them, so I would count this as a reading taste match. Then we read Ghost Station as a buddy read. We actually both gave this 3 stars, so our reading taste did match on Ghost Stations. We've kind of discussed our thoughts a little bit. I think we felt very similar about this book. And then Navigating the Stars, I gave 3 stars and Lexi gave 5 stars. Lexi has said it's a 5 star for the genre, and she's not necessarily sure it's like one of her like 5 stars that she screams and shouts about, and it was like right time, right book. She did recently read the 3rd book and didn't love it as much. It's hard with stuff like this when reading it when you're younger can really affect you. It is targeted for a younger demographic. I personally just didn't match with this one as an adult, but I think as a YA I would have really loved this. So like maybe a reading taste match on this one, even though the ratings weren't the same. I feel like it could match. I had a lot of fun doing this. Did you predict earlier on how our reading taste would go? If you did, let me know down below how well you did. If you're not feeling chatty, leave me a star emoji for Navigating the Stars. And please go check out Lexi's video where I gave her 3 recommendations. 2 I liked and 1 I didn't, and see how that goes over, because I pulled out some wild ones for her.